Who this woman? Now, first off, let me just say this, because you know how y'all like to do a thing in the comments. She looks good AF. She does. Glorilla. Yeah, by the way, that's who this is.
Guys, Summer Walker, also known as Miss Pizza Hut, claims that Tori Bricks harassed her last night by delivering Pizza Hut pizza to her home. So you harassed me off the text app while I was in the club last night having a time, not even thinking about you, and now you're sending pizzas to my house after telling me you have my address? Summer Walker, also known as Miss Pizza Hut, wrote on her Instagram story, "Thus, a restraining order is being issued. It's as if a man who is genuinely infatuated with me and 14 other women is causing you to go insane. I truly can't figure out why you have a problem with me in particular rather than talking to him about it. Babe, I returned him yesterday. You're dragging it out as if I'm truly tired of the internet. But in case you truly decide to go insane, I'm going to post this for the world and the authorities to see. You were posting stuff from 2023 and decided to randomly harass me publicly 3 years later when my album dropped," Miss Pizza Hut went on. "Very strange. Really, what's the point? I want to be on the side because of this. Why would I want to be the main character? Take a look at your life. You must be under a lot of stress because of this. Looking through that man's phone every night, discovering a new beat every week to make you feel ashamed? Funny, sad, a really depressing life. This will be the last time I ever address you because it's a new day, and I don't want that man. I don't think he runs his ship tight enough. Don't send anything else to my house where my children sleep. I say again." So Tori did reply to Summer Walker. "I didn't send this female any pizzas. I wouldn't send pizzas to her crib. Make a police call and ask them to inspect the cameras or the purchase card. This woman is having a meltdown. I was not even in the path of anything. She had something going on. Once the truth was revealed, she just didn't like it. How does she feel about me because she's pleading on the audio? I didn't like the audio. Love ass scholars. I have receipts from 2023 to 2025 of last week of you crying about me. Just put an end to Summer. You're really strange. And please don't search through your closet for one of those huge feather hats so you can go live and chat about me for hours on end without anyone noticing." After the recording of Summer Walker essentially pleading with the British child to be his side chick and preserve her reputation as Pizza Hut was leaked, Tori was accused of being selfish and sending Pizza Hut pizza to Summer Walker's home. However, Rico Reckless, Summer Walker's recent ex, entered the comment area and stated, "This is where I got her from. When I first met her, they were effing. He would cover her expenses. I entered and exited. She is also calling me, but I don't turn back. I have a new girlfriend. I'll have some tea now." I was unaware that Rich the Kid supposedly gave Summer Walker to Rico Reckless. Like, I didn't know that Summer Walker was playing tricks on Rich the Kid. I don't think anybody knew that before the audio leak. Nevertheless, I'd like to hear what you folks think about this. And furthermore, Summer Walker was pretty petty. She changed her Instagram bio to read Miss Pizza Hut. But please give me your thoughts and comments down below. And going on to the next subject, many individuals believe that Glorilla is turning into Michael Jackson or white girls. So she was cheering her NBA rival on from the sidelines and out here supporting him. And additionally, she shared some images on Instagram that started conversation. One person said, "Got a light-skinned friend who looks like Michael Jackson." Another person commented, "Insane. Her appearance was unique. These girls' intense dislike of their faces is really depressing." The other person remarked, "People get a Sephora gift card and don't know how to act." A lot of comments below were stating that Glorilla looks like a completely different woman. Now, we know that Glorilla had a nose job because not too long ago, she essentially admitted that she had a nose job. People started noticing that Glorilla's face had changed, and they started to rumor that she had a nose job. Many people confirmed that she had a nose job when she commented on Twitter about it. I want to know what you people think about this. Do you think Glorilla has a nose job, or do you think it's merely makeup? Please give me your thoughts and comments down below.
Who this woman? Now, first off, let me just say this, because you know how y'all like to do a thing in the comments. She looks good AF. She does. Glorilla, yeah, by the way, that's who this is. Glorilla looks great. She looks amazing. But when I first seen these pictures, I really was like, is that? I know that's not. And apparently I'm not the only one who thought so, because on Twitter and under the original post that she posted this on Instagram, Everybody is talking about how she looks, good and bad, but the common denominator is that she definitely looks different. Now, I definitely don't want to try to put any cosmetic works on the girl because, you know, we as people who look at celebrities and influencers and content creators, we have a tendency when they look a little different, we automatically jump to some type of surge, some type of nick, some type of tuck. But, you know, it might just be her. I know she's been going hard in the gym. So it could be, you know, that, you know, or she very well so might have went under the knife, or it could be makeup. It could be a plethora of things. But one thing that we all seem to agree on is that she definitely looks different. She does, but she looks good. She looks amazing. Like, no hate here, girl. Keep up doing whatever you're doing. You know. She said she didn't have a BBL. She said it's I don't know, but what y'all think?
Glo is not playing with the girls. She recently stepped out to an NBA game to support her boo Brandon Ingram. And social media users could not help but notice how different she looks compared to when she first came out. I know Glo was a little rough around the edges when she first came out. This is her before and this is her now. We already know she admitted to getting a little rhinoplasty, and I'm sure she's had a couple of other nips and a couple of other tucks. But I'm not even gonna hold you. I feel like she looks good. I'm curious to know what you guys think about Glorilla's transformation. I said she already admitted to getting the nose done, but it's looking like she also got some enhancements in them lips, if you ask me, and maybe even a little cheek and jaw filler. I don't know, but something is definitely different. I've seen a couple of people on Twitter referring to her as Glo Kardashian. In the comments, I'm gonna need for y'all to tell me if y'all are here for Glorilla's transformation or if y'all think that it's a chop. I'm definitely curious to know y'all thoughts. Let me know down below. Peace.
Walker wanted Rich the Kid to leave Tori just like London on the Track left Ebony for her. But Rich the Kid been with Tori so long he would not leave Tori alone like she said. So she was willing to stay in that relationship by any desperate ass means possible. And let me tell you, she was jealous of Tori for that fact alone. Doesn't matter how broke Tori is. She don't have this, she don't have that. She had a man that your ass wanted. A man that, yeah, you could borrow, but you couldn't take. You do envy that girl for that fact alone. That as pretty as you think you are, as successful as you think you are, you can't get that girl's man to leave her or leave his child to come be with you and your children. That's why you only can get those men that you got to pay for, like a Meech, like the last one, to be up in there and play house with you. I hope young women like Summer recognize that as pretty as you are, your lifestyle doesn't reflect it for a reason. Here you are thinking you a it girl, think you doing something so special, and all you doing is playing the role of a seductress. Look it up. Look at what a seductress is in the Bible, and look how a seductress is valued in the Bible. And maybe you'll realize that it's not so special to be able to seduce a man to leave his family. It's actually demonic.
Summer Thin Crust Walker begging that man to save her in his phone as a medium to topping stuffed crust pizza is not surprising. What is surprising is the fact that she came onto the internet and said, yes, that was me. Of all the lies that she could have came up with, yes, that's me is what flew out of her mouth. That is the part that's most shocking to me, because have you no couth? Have you no shame? Summer is just one of many birds whose wings are not quite fully developed, so they're forced to walk along the earth here with us. And unfortunately, she finds herself in situations that only other birds would find themselves in. The thing about this entire situation is that Summer is trying to portray that the girl has been obsessed with her, right? That man's girlfriend has been obsessed with her for years. However, sister, it appears that you may be the one obsessed with her because you are the one that's trying to take her spot, right? You are trying to be where she is. So how is she obsessed with you when she's rightfully calling out you trying to get with her man multiple times? This situation is really putting into perspective for me why that album wasn't that great. Because you too focused on being a goddamn side bitch. You can't make good music being a side bitch. You gotta get your own nigga so he can break your heart, so then you can put it into the album. Letting somebody else's man break your heart only leads to mediocre songs, and the proof is in the pudding.